Shafiq Beig wanted to be a tailor for as long as he could remember. He grew up watching his father work as a tailor in India. At the age of 12, he got his hands on a style book from 1920 that outlined all the specifications for the Westminster Parliamentary dress code. And the rest was history.
This book gave me inspiration to be master of this art. So it took me that many years. I'm not perfect yet. I'll keep learning this skill. But this is the book, this is my Bible.
Now Shafiq is the production manager and head tailor at Harcourts in Toronto, supporting Canadian post-secondary institutions, the Ministry of Justice, and all the provincial parliaments across Canada. They even make parliamentary uniforms for Commonwealth countries around the world.
I just take the measurements, and then I make sure that they don't feel that they have a uniform on the shoulder. They should be happy to wear those items. And I always bring all this advancement in the technique of the sewing, and I make sure that it fits them well.
Shafiq says he gets up at 5:30 every morning and is usually the first one into the office and the last one to leave.
It is my passion. I don't work, actually. As they say that if you love what you do, you don't work. So practically speaking, I don't work. Whenever I get a call from my customers or somebody's coming to be measured, I'm so excited.
Harcourts is a few blocks away from the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. They have 2 floors, one with the showroom and offices, and another with the factory.
So I have to run back and forth. That's the reason I am only 140 pounds. I cannot gain even if I wanted.
He's been working at Harcourts since 1989, and his passion for the craft continues to grow.
I'm an artist. I need to create things. I'm a creator. And I used to get fascination by looking at this art of, piece of fabric wrapped and cut in a way that people use to cover the body. And I still get fascinated.
There are at least 2,000 gowns here at any given time, and Shafiq says he's strict when it comes to managing the quality of the garments his team is making.
I said, make sure that whatever you make, it should look like made in Canada. If it doesn't look made in Canada, it should not go to the shipping department, right? And I make sure whatever I sell, whatever I supply to our clients, it has to be made in Canada. This is our history. This is our country. This is our pride.
As he reflects on the decades he's spent at Harcourts, he says some of his proudest moments have been working with members of provincial parliament.
I feel very fortunate, privileged, and honored when I meet these people. Every member of the parliament, they have a story to share, and they have a passion to serve the community.
Call in the members. This will be a 5-minute bell.
And I'm fortunate I dress them up.
But Shafiq has walked these hallways of the Ontario Legislative Assembly in more than just the role of a tailor. He was invited as a guest by former NDP MPP Percy Hatfield.
So one day I was measuring him, and I said that I write poetries about any issues my country is facing.
You see, Shafiq also has a master's in English literature and commonly writes poems about his country, Canada. He sent his poems to MPP Hatfield, who at the time was championing a bill to establish the Poet Laureate of Ontario Act in memory of Canadian singer-songwriter Gord Downie.
So one day he gave me a call. I saw the display that Government of Canada, so I was scared. Why Government of Canada is calling me? They said, Shafiq, this is Percy Hatfield. Come down and see me. Bring your tie and jacket. You will be introduced to the Parliament of Ontario as a guest poet. Part of your work is going to be in my speech.
Shafiq Beig, a Toronto poet.
This was in December 2019.
So I went to the house first time, and they all knew me, the person who is making uniform for them, but what he's doing in the members gallery. And I was introduced as a poet. It was the biggest honor in my life. Eternity bound. On Canadian sound, a glioblastoma has put our hearts into a coma.
Now the poem is in a self-published book called Screams of Silence. He didn't want to sell it because he says his words are not for sale, but he has sent specialty copies to the Governor-General of Canada and to Queen Elizabeth II before she passed.
My literary work and my work I do for a living and my passion, everything is interconnected.
While Shafiq is working, he commonly thinks of his late father. He says he always wanted to impress him, but although he followed in his father's professional footsteps, it wasn't what his dad had wanted for him.
My father always wanted me to be a lawyer.
I thought the interview was wrapping up, but Shafiq shared more while he was fighting back tears.
My father was unhappy that I didn't practice law in Canada. So I made him happy. Look what I'm doing. He died when he was 92 years old. And I said, are you happy? He said, yeah.
He says it was touching to get that affirmation from his father during his final moments. Shafiq adds how proud he is of himself to see his work out in the world.
So you can see when you go to any gallery of the parliament of any province, you can see these fingerprints. So I got what I was looking for. So I feel that I'm the most successful person on this earth, the most proudest Canadian.
For the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, I'm Amanda Cupido.